Which youngster is going to take Ligue 1 by storm? There are an awful lot of young players in Ligue 1 these days. I couldn't believe the number of 17-year-olds playing over the weekend in the games that I was covering. I'm going to start by asking you, Tom Williams. I would say probably 21 is the limit in terms of ages here. So who would you pick?
Okay, well, in that case, my pick just gets in. So I'm going to go for Jaoui Cissé of Rennes, 21-year-old midfielder. I was pretty annoyed when he broke into the Rennes team midway through last season because he pushed Welshman Jordan James onto the bench, and I had very high hopes for Jordan James' time at Rennes. I interviewed him towards the beginning of last season, and he was very excited about the challenge of playing in Ligue 1. And then Habib Bey came in as head coach and shook things up a bit. One of the first things he did was put Jaoui Cissé into the team, playing as a number 6, and he was absolutely brilliant. And he basically became, a nailed-on starter over the rest of the campaign. Very classy, kind of tall, dingy central midfielder. Bit of a Patrick Vieira air to him, bit of an Abu Diaby vibe perhaps as well. And then goes off the back of last season into the under-21 Euros with France and absolutely bosses it again. And he starts scoring absolute screamers. Finishes as France's top scorer at the tournament with 3 goals. So I would have thought that Habib would be really keen to keep a place for him in the team.
I think that's a great shout. He was so impressive, wasn't he, in the second half of last season and with France. I look forward to watching Jaoui Cissé this season with Rennes before his €70 million move to Arsenal, as he becomes, like you say, the next Vieira, Diaby. It's inevitable. Yeah. It's inevitable. Andy Scott, the next big thing in Ligue 1.
I hope that Jaoui Cissé doesn't have the same injury problems as Abu Diaby. Well, I think that you're right. There's so many young players to choose from. Seni Mayulu is a guy who we saw a bit of last season, and he appeared in the Champions League final, didn't he? So maybe not a complete unknown because he's playing for the European champions and all the rest of it. But the reality is that Paris Saint-Germain are going to need to really use all their players, all their squad this season. It's off the back of such a long campaign last time around. They've got another big season coming up, and I think he is going to have more of an important role to play this season, and he's a player in whom Luis Enrique has very high hopes. He is a very, very talented young player. I think he's going to have a huge future ahead of him. It remains to be seen whether that will be at PSG in the long term or perhaps elsewhere, but I suspect he's going to be more and more prominent this season, and this could be the year in which he really kicks on and really makes a name for himself at the highest level. And, just given PSG's faith in young players, I think he's going to be one to really look out for.
Good shout. Seni Mayulu, watch out for him. Remember the name. He has already scored a goal in the Champions League final, so I think a lot of people out there will have heard of Seni Mayulu. I'm going to go for... I was hesitating between 2 20-year-olds. Jeremy Jacquet, I love his name. A Rennes centre-half who came in under Habib Bey. He was actually on loan at Clermont last season, was called back, and he looks really classy. But I'm not going to go for him because we've already gone for one Rennes player. I'm going to go for Malik Fofana, who showed more than a few glimpses last season of what he's capable of. Pocket-sized Belgian left winger who is really, really, really fast. Also has end product. He seems to have composure when he's in positions, when he's through on goals. So just 5 goals in Ligue 1 last season. But as I think Tom alluded to earlier, Lyon have lost a lot of attacking players, or it may have been Andy, sorry. But, obviously Cherki going, Lacazette. They're going to need Malik Fofana to step up, probably get into double figures for goals. He's been linked with a Premier League move, but hopefully Lyon can hold on to him. And I think he's going to have a big season. Anybody want to disagree with me on that?
Yes, I think you're talking absolute rot, and I think he's completely overrated. No, can't argue with that, Matt. I think he's brilliant, and yeah, the main question mark this season is, are Lyon going to be able to hold on to him? He's now that Cherki and Lacazette and Thiago Almada have gone, he is without doubt the most sort of sellable asset that they have. But given the players they've lost and the difficulty they're going to have recruiting new players because of their financial difficulties, it does feel like he's one they need to really hang on to if they can.